what's going on, guys? It's Flo here with another video, and this week is Trans Awareness Week, so today is a trans related video. And I just want to give some advice to people who know someone who's trans and how to support them and how to be respectful towards them. Now, what Trans Awareness Week is, it's like the week like running up to Trans Day of Remembrance, which is on the 20th of November every year. And on that day, they remember the trans people who we've lost in the past year. Like for trans people who've committed suicide, trans people who've been murdered, etc. Now, I was looking into some research, I think the 2016 list for Remembrance Day, and I realised that most of the people who have been murdered it's most likely trans women, which is a shame, and like, I can't remember the exact number of people who got killed, but it was a lot, and a lot more than I expected, which is a shame because in 2017 there's people still being killed for just being who they are, and it shouldn't be like that, you know, because being trans or gender fluid or non-binary, etc., it's just a small part of who you are. There's many other things to a person, like what they like, their interests and stuff like that. There's much more to a person. And what some of the things I'm going to talk about is like how to be respectful to a trans person, and one of them is birth names. Don't ever ask the trans person their birth name. Like, I've been asked it before, and it's really annoying because to me, hearing my birth name, you know when people stretch their hands on a chalkboard, it makes that really horrible sound. That's what it sounds like to me. And to be honest, I've still know people who still call me by my birth name, and I absolutely hate it. It in a way, it triggers my anxiety, and it makes me really, really sad that people are calling me Flo, and it's really upsetting. So by all means, don't ask about birth names. If you accidentally call a trans person by the birth name, immediately apologise and move on from it. Second one is pronouns. There's many different pronouns what people can go by. There's he, him, she, her, they, them, and there's loads of other more pronouns. But by all means, respect someone's pronouns. Okay, that sounded a bit forceful. Sorry about that. But yeah, like if you know someone who goes, "Oh, my pronouns are he, him," you call that person he, him. But if you do the same again, if you do mess up on someone's pronouns, you apologise and you move on. And by all means, because I've had people come to me, "Oh, we can't use they, them as a singular pronoun." The thing is, we do it all the time. Like if you found a lost phone, "Oh, we need to find this person, it's their phone." If you don't know the gender of the person, you tend to use they, them. But by all means, another thing with pronouns, trans people can use whatever pronouns are comfortable for them. Like if you come across a non-binary person, they might use he, him pronouns or she, her, rather than they, them. And the fact is, don't question it. Like, just use the pronouns trans people are comfortable with and the ones they want to use. Another one is, don't ask what's between our legs. Like, I've known it's a bit of an uncomfortable question. And another one is, how do you have sex? Don't ask those two questions because it's a bit of an uncomfortable question to ask. Like if someone came up to me like, "Oh, how do you have sex?" It's a bit of a random, awkward question, and it's a bit of a personal one as well. Also, another one with surgery and hormones as well. Not every trans person has hormones and or surgery. Every trans person is different. They all have their own story, their own experience, their own journeys, and to any trans person, you do whatever's right for you. Like some trans person might want just go on hormones and that's it and have no surgery. Some trans people I can't speak now. Some trans people take hormones and have surgery to make themselves more comfortable with their bodies. However, every trans person's different. And the fact is, there's this whole thing of where every trans person, most trans people have probably thought like this, like they're not trans enough. It doesn't matter whether or not you haven't had surgery, you're not on hormones, you are trans enough, okay? and that if you're trans, you're trans, you are valid, and that only you know what's right for you. But yeah, that's some of the things I wanted to know about how to support a trans person. Like I said, don't ask about birth names, respect someone's pronouns, don't ask about surgery or what's between the legs. I mean, if a trans person wants to talk about these things, they would talk about them. If they don't want to talk about him, you don't talk about it, okay? By all means, if you know a trans person, listen to them. Do your best, whatever you can, to support this person. Listen to them, support them, because they are probably going to go through a rough time. And sadly, in 2017, trans people aren't accepted. Because you would expect in 2017 we would be respected, but we're not. I mean, we are respected in some parts of the world, but unfortunately, you know, we still do get shit thrown at us. But by all means, do whatever you can to support trans people and help them get through. And that's all I've got time for this video, and I'll see you all later. Bye.